So Monica, how about we start with a little bit of introduction, who you are, where you are, what you do, just a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So, I'm Monica. I live in Mexico now. It's very hot here now, and but I'm from Poland originally, and I used to live in Ireland for many years. I moved here, and now I have a family, and I have my own business. I have two businesses actually.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I have an online school of languages,
Mhm.
and I also mentor teachers to make teachers and educators to make digital courses and ebooks, etc., and sell them.
Love that. And I love how it's been some time since we finished and you just keep growing and keep developing. This is so amazing. That's so wonderful. So Monica, let's start with what was life like for you when we met? What were your results like and what inspired you to invest in yourself in the mentorship process?
Yeah, when I started, well, I was a teacher. I used to work for a company in China, and I worked many hours, early and late hours. I worked 50 hours a week or more, 55, and I was exhausted. I really wanted to reach my financial goal, but it cost me too much time. And at the end of the day, I was getting sick, and I was like, okay, I have to change something. And I really wanted to start my own company, to start my own school, online school.
Mhm.
And yeah, and that's when I met you.
Oh my God, your life is so different.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
now I work, I don't work as much. I work for 25 hours a week, maybe. Yeah.
so good. So tell us, what are your biggest wins, like from participating and thinking into results? What's changed for you? Yeah, share with us what were the biggest wins.
Okay, so I was married at that time, but I didn't have a child. I really wanted to have a child. That's one thing. I really wanted to start my own company. I had zero clients when I was starting. Zero. I was starting from zero. And I really wanted to reach first 5K, then 10K a month. And I was growing very fast with the course. So I started in, I think, September. No, October. I started in October. In February, I was already making 5K. Uh, yeah.
Love that.
And, and during those first couple of months, not only that happened, I was dreaming of a house here in Mexico. So I started searching for the houses. I got a house. I paid 30% of the house deposit to, and now I live in this house. Now I am in this house. So I manifested the house. I manifested a baby where my husband, before I started the program, didn't even want to hear about the baby. And I was writing my affirmations every single day according to the program. Was writing it and writing it and writing it and writing and thinking about it, etc. Not only that, everything that I'm talking about, and I manifested all that. I have a beautiful, healthy daughter, and I gave birth when I was 42 years old. So
Wow.
yeah, a
And,
lot of things
and
happened.
and I remember that time when you, it's just like so magical to look back because not only you manifested to become a mom, you manifested like your business took 4 months, right? I mean, 4 to 6 months. And it was not just a business where you did all the work. You actually had 5 teachers under you teaching. You had 100 students. I remember that time. And it's just like phenomenal that you managed to do that in such a short period of time.
I remember at the mastermind, because part of the
Yeah.
program is mastermind. I remember at the mastermind every week I was meeting the people. I was telling them I have 6 new clients, 10 more new clients, and they were like, "Oh my God, Monica!" I was like bringing in. I was like, "Wow, this is amazing." Um, I I really, but the truth is, I really took the program serious. I had a goal. I
Yeah.
clarified my goal with you, etc. I had it in front of me all the time, and it was just, I just
Bring the
decided it has to work out.
Yeah, I love that. You really play full out. And We were just
Okay.
interviewing Jessica, and I think this is what often comes out of our clients. I just did the work. I just did the work, followed the instructions, showed up, and then this is the miracles, right? So it always works when we do the work. Now, can you share with us a little bit about, like, for new entrepreneur, we have many participants who maybe are just starting out or are thinking to open a business. What was the biggest value of like doing such a mentorship process for you? Where, like, which parts of the process were the most valuable for a new entrepreneur to help you win?
Definitely your support, your weekly support was
Mhm.
something big, because when you start, you may have a lot of doubts, and you may
Yeah.
not know, and you don't know how, and and you may think, oh, am I gonna manage that, etc. So you were aligning me with my goal, not to give it up, not to doubt it. And then in the mastermind, I was meeting people who already had their businesses or were at the same place, or they already had the experience I am going through, and they could give me good tips. Or the community in general.
Mhm.
I even got clients from this community,
Mhm. Brilliant.
so that was amazing. A couple of people came to me after, which was very interesting. And what I was gonna say, and a lot of it is also our own work. Yeah. Oh,
100%. Yeah.
what I also liked, at some point, I needed some support with my routine and the early meetings with others. Daily meetings, Monday to Friday. It was like that at that time. Is it still going on? Yeah. Those.
Well, we have something else, but I
No,
think I
okay.
think it
Yeah,
would be worth.
that kind of support.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I think it would be worth to mention accountability partnership as well, because
Exactly.
I think
Yeah,
you get a lot of benefit from that. Yeah.
exactly. I have to say, I had two, because I was doing two programs. Yeah. I was doing Little Field after. I had two partners, and amazing. Really, really, like, we were both we both agreed what we want to achieve, that we're going to hold each other accountable every single day, and we did that. And both of us, I actually talk to them now. Both of them are really successful at their businesses too.
I love
Yeah.
that. That is so brilliant. Yeah, you guys, like, you were a match, right? You were all doing the work, you were implementing, and your business has exploded. Perfect. Love it. Now, when you achieved all these beautiful wins, I mean, you had the business, you manifested your baby daughter, you manifested your dream home. Like, this is the outside results, right? What would you say is the biggest result, or sorry, the biggest change within you? How was Monica, who achieved this, a full-blown entrepreneur, different to Monica, who was starting out with us? What was the biggest difference within you?
Hmm. I think, while doing the program, yeah, I just realized that I learned how to be consistent,
Hmm.
how to keep my head focused all the time, not to at the start I was kind of up and down in a way, yeah. But then if you really do the program properly and you use everything that is available to support it, you're going to build a strong mind, strong focus to think. It's thinking into results, yeah, not into failures or what could happen, into results. And this is the topic of the life, really. We want to keep our results coming, yeah. Whatever we do, we want to see the results of it. So this is the biggest thing, that I am, and I see the results, they have happened. So and now I know anything is possible if I put my mind to it.
Beautiful. I love it. So let's talk a little bit about that moment when you were making the investment decision. Was there anything that was trying to pull you away from joining us, whether in your mind or in your circumstances? And how did you still make the right decision?
Yeah, of course. I used to. look for free courses or for $5 or
Yeah.
€5, yeah, the cheapest possible. And then I met you, and I went through those master classes with you, and I was like, okay, this is a big stretch for me financially. But I had a feeling this is what I need.
Yeah.
And when I was making that decision, I wasn't comfortable. I mean, at the start, I was like, okay. But when I paid, and I paid in full, I decided I go in full because I have the money available. I go in full because I don't. I may be looking for ways out, and I really want to achieve this goal.
Hmm.
So I paid in full, and a week after, I was like, what the hell have I done? What if it doesn't work?
Yeah.
And it's natural because I haven't started the program. I haven't really reprogrammed my mind into results. Uh, if you've been doubting yourself, and if you have been doubting yourself, if you're not in the place you want to be, you have been doubting yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're coming from that point, of course you're gonna have these moments of hey, you better go back to where you were before. But yeah, but I decided, okay, I paid, etc., and I went through that. I thought to myself, okay, I made a decision. I have to trust my decision, and now I'm full in. I have to be full in. So it kind of helped me.
Look at where you are now. Life is so different because you did that, right? So I'm delighted that you trusted yourself and you didn't let the mind to talk you out of doing what was right for you. So good. And love it. Now, we have quite a few participants watching us and thinking, we know how it is, right? Yeah, I feel that this can help me hit my goal. Yeah, this feels right, but there is fears, there is doubts, there is worries, there may be some external circumstances or husbands who don't agree or don't support. What would be your best tip to help our participants make the best decision for themselves and their goal?
I didn't tell my husband. I didn't. I knew he wouldn't support my idea. He didn't build my vision with me. It was my vision. And I wasn't asking him for money. I was okay, I'm gonna organize it myself. So I made a decision for myself, and I told him when he started seeing good results. I told him, okay, it costs
Oh,
me.
brilliant. I love your strategy.
Yeah, but we need to trust ourselves, because it's so easy to give up, and especially women, females, and then you have a family, etc. It's so easy to focus on now it's the family time, now it's this time, and I have to spend on this, on that, and there will always be expenses
Yeah.
unless you put yourself first at some point. If you trust your vision, if you have a feeling this could help me really. I know it's a stretch, because it was a financial stretch for me. It was. I never ever invested so much money in myself.
Mhm.
But it changes you in so many ways, because it changes you in regards to relationships. Look, when I look at that now, it wasn't only about my business. I manifested a house, and a dream house. I really wanted to have a house by the sea,
Yeah.
Caribbean Sea. I have 5 minutes drive to the sea. I have a pool outside, and I have a pool up there in the rooftop.
Love
Um, you know, and so I manifested that. I didn't plan that at the start. That wasn't my plan when I was signing up for the course.
it. Mhm.
And then I have a baby, a healthy, beautiful daughter. So it just shows you, once you reprogram your mind, you can achieve anything in any area of your life. And we don't even realize at the start how many doors it opens for us.
Yeah. And what I also wanted to say, what came back to my mind is like when you started a business, sorry, when you had your baby daughter, you still continued with your business. Your business did not die. And for so many women, especially you are a first-time mother, right?
Mhm.
So many women just like, they're so afraid. Should I be starting a business? What if, when I give birth, things will just go sideways and I have to be like totally off it. but you just showed that it's possible. It's possible to do both, and it's possible to, and you didn't even stop studying. Like I think I remember you saying like you stopped studying for 2 days when you were giving birth, and that's it, back on track and back to
Yeah,
fulfilling.
no, no, no. I was I made a decision. And the funny thing is, the first chapter of TIR is the decision making.
Yes.
Yeah. So when I made a decision by investing, and then at the first 2 weeks, I made a decision for myself, and I kept that decision for the 9 months that I was in the program, and later in the other one, I made that decision. But in regards to being a mom, I worked all the time. I mean, I made a decision. So I kept working and working on my mind with the program. And yeah, that's one thing. I after 3 months, after giving birth to my daughter, I realized I started feeling bad emotionally, and I realized I had a postpartum depression. It was hitting me, and I had terrible, to be honest, feelings, and it was crazy. And a lot of people were telling me, well, you need to go on medication, etc., go to the doctor. I was like, I don't want this. I've been doing this program to reprogram my mind. So I started working even harder. I mean, harder, not harder, but, you know, more conscious about what I need to manifest, what I need to work on, affirm my relationship with my daughter, etc., 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 etc. I did that. It took me 6 months, every day work, 20 minutes affirmations writing on that topic. I didn't take a pill. I worked. I hired a lady who was helping me in the house,
Mhm.
who was helping with the baby as well. I was at home working from home, but I was just like, okay, you told me, oh, you have to do that, and that Monica was like, okay, I'll do that. That helped me. I had my own space, and I went through that with no outside help. It was just my own work with the program and with all I know. So
That's huge.
yeah,
Huge. Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, we sometimes have participants in our master classes who maybe are expecting a baby in like several few months, and they're like worrying to invest in themselves. But this just shows that actually, thinking into results can help you not just with running your business and growing your business, but also with those personal challenges that you might be going through when you become a mom, right? That's
There's
beautiful.
a saying. There's a saying that you either run your day or the day runs you. Yeah, and it's the same with life, the whole life. And we make a decision how we what this practice is not 5 hours a day. It's 20 minutes or so, 1 hour maybe. You figure it out. You figure it out what works for you best. But it's a decision making, and it works a miracle if we put it there. If not, later on we will pay in some other way. We're gonna pay for that, yeah, for not having this time for ourselves, for um, not putting ourselves first. It's
Yeah,
like a mask, yeah, at the airplane. The mother has to put the mask first, and then the baby.
that's
It's
right.
the same with the routine about our brain, how we're gonna run the day, am I gonna deal with daily situations. A new baby, it's new,
Yeah,
and it's gonna, yeah,
yeah,
it's great to do that, but making a decision to really take it serious, take
yeah.
it serious, and
I
it's
love
gonna
that.
work for
And
you.
and I would say the same with the business, right? So when you are running the business, it's either you're running a business or the business runs you.
Mhm.
So many entrepreneurs who do not take time out to work on themselves and to work on the business, they're constantly running like a headless chicken, banging their head against the wall, constantly working in the business, in the business, in the business, and nothing is changing, right? Whereas
Mhm.
it's that time that you actually take time out to work that 30 minutes or whatever on yourself, on your strategy, on your like approach. And then that's where your business quantums leap and you actually work less. right? So this is what many people are missing. They're just doing versus standing back and being the CEO of the business and working on themselves and working on the business, not just in the business.
And I've noticed that Eva myself, because I can't say that it's been a couple of years now, and that I've been doing it every day. If I don't work on my head for a while, I give it a break. I can see that I run like that, yeah, like, brrr, and I don't see a growth. I'm kind of stuck in the same.
Yes.
So yeah, and then I'm like, okay, Monica, what have you forgotten for the last couple of weeks? So yeah.
Yeah, I love
And
this.
back to the same, back to the
Back to
same.
basics.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself first before you do all the magic. I love it. So, Monica, thank you so much. This has been so inspiring. And I just love watching you creating all these miracles and expanding and growing and continuing because it's been a while, but it's just like your life is constantly growing and developing. I love that. So, guys, we hope that this inspired you. I think what I will just say is repeat what Monica said. Just trust yourself. If you feel that we can help you fulfill your dreams, if you're someone like Monica, maybe you are a new entrepreneur who wants to grow your business, or you are someone who is thinking to start a business. I mean, we provide you with like a proper business school and not just business school that you would normally go to where you're just learning strategies like how to run Facebook ads or how to do a sales call. Here you're learning entrepreneurial thinking and an entrepreneurial habits. And I hope that you guys know this from what Monica shared, that this is like the basics. This is the 95% of your results. You've got to learn the sales calls. You've got to learn the Facebook ads. And we're going to teach you those things. But the 95% is you've got to be successful, entrepreneurial minded version of you in order to produce results as an entrepreneur. So at least this is how it was for me. I know it was like that for Monica. And we're just examples that if you're coming from being employed to being self-employed, you've got to learn all of this. It's not just like, oh, I'm going to get coaching qualification or whatever. I've got to know how to sell. I've got to know how to market. I've got to know how to structure my day. I've got to know how to work on myself, the thinking habits, the behavioral habits. And we teach you all of that in Thinking into Results. So if this resonates with you, the link is in the description of this video. Join us. And maybe in the next 6 to 12 months, you're going to be like Monica, inspiring the world in sharing your miracles. So thank you so much, Monica. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.